Scorpio, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is a weekly read for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, or Rising placement. It is a general reading, so if it's not resonating with you, don't try to force the fit. It may be just not your energies I'm picking up on this week. We're going to do 6 cards. We are using the Modern Witch Tarot today. And just need a couple more cards for you. We'll pull one of the Enchanted Map Oracle cards at the end. There's 2 more. They came out reversed. Okay, so let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. Oh, before we start, I burnt my finger and I had to use a band-aid from my son's room. And just so you're not distracted and trying to figure out the whole reading, what it says turtle power, okay? That's all. Not very exciting, but I just wanted to let you know so that you wouldn't be distracted by it. The 7 of Wands in reverse, our first energy. You have you're feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe. There's something about the week's events. You're coming into this week feeling your confidence has been shaken. You're kind of keeping yourself prisoner here. The 8 of Swords energy is all about this, what's the word? Self-victimization, I guess is the best word right there. It's this, you're afraid to move forward. You're afraid of what happens if you make the choices you need to make. And because of that, you're holding yourself back. You're telling yourself you can't. I can't take this action. I can't make that choice. I can't make that decision. And it has a lot to do with feeling this lack of confidence. Whatever has happened recently, Scorpio, you're in kind of a weaker space than you would ever normally find yourself. This is, again, you holding yourself back. There's some sort of sacrifice that needs making, some decision to be made, something you have to give up in order to get something of greater value, but you don't really feel comfortable making the choice right now. You are in a fairly good spot financially, it would seem. Energetically also, even though you are feeling this lack of confidence, you have lots of energy to share yourself with others, to share your money, your time, your resources with others. We have a Page of Swords in reverse. So although you have the resources to share and you talk about it, you don't actually do it. I think that has a lot to do with this lack of self-confidence. You're feeling sort of stuck. This top line is kind of speaking to you feeling stuck. And so although you are in a position to help and to share with others, you aren't doing it. You're just talking. All talk, no action right now. You keep saying you're going to. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to, do that project. I'm going to write that book, but you don't actually do it because you're lacking the confidence to move forward. And because of that, you are dissatisfied. You kind of lost your joy recently. I think this week is going to have to be about you spending some time examining this. Where is it that you're holding yourself back because you lack the confidence to believe that it could work out? What is the gift that you are meant to be sharing that you're not actually sharing right now? You're just doing a lot of fixing to get ready, to think about taking the steps to do, instead of actually just doing. Because until you resolve this and start giving what you have to give, sharing what you have to share, you're not going to be satisfied. So let's take a look at the Enchanted Map Oracle and get a little further guidance for you, Scorpio. I normally would take the top card, but this one really seems to be want to come out. It is number 24, Stuck in the Mud. I'm going to read the book, but I have a feeling this is going to line up quite nicely with what we've just been talking about. 24 might be relevant for some of you. 2 plus 4 is 6, so it breaks down to number 6, which is about regaining control, taking on a challenge. Let's see what the book has to say about number 24, Stuck in the Mud. You're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you into even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. Interesting. So, you're dissatisfied and lacking confidence. You're feeling stuck, like you can't move forward, but that's really of your own doing. You have a gift to share, but you're only talking about it, not doing it. And here I was saying you had to spend some time this week figuring out how to get out of this space, because you won't find satisfaction and joy until you do. And Spirit has come in with a very specific message saying, no, don't try to get yourself unstuck. Stay where you are and feel it, okay? Work through it, understand it, find the spots in this stuck place where you can actually feel joy. Because there is something here. Maybe this isn't the first time you've been in this space. Maybe you're back in it. But there's something you're meant to learn from it. I don't know the particulars. You will. But spend some time with that this week and try to understand what the value of this space is. What are you meant to be learning in this stuck spot? What are you meant to be learning about the fact that all you do is talk about helping and sharing instead of actually doing it? Or perhaps you do share, but not at the level you really know you could, right? Where is the value in that? Where is the joy in this space? Because on the surface, you don't see the joy, right? You see the stuckness. You see the icky feeling of lacking confidence. But there's something here to be learned. And Spirit is saying that this is exactly where you're meant to be. Right in this moment, this is where you need to be and what you need to be focused on. So that'll be interesting for you. I'd love to hear feedback if this resonates with some of you about how this played out over the week. Thank you for letting me read for you. It's always my honor to do so. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Every like, share, and subscribe helps us get the messages out to more folks, and that's really my goal here. It's not my job, it's just a calling, if you will, and I really do appreciate so much those of you that help me to get these messages out to more people. So I think that's it. We will see you next time. Blessings.